If you go with a bailout, you're going to destroy the United States in short order through hyperinflation. The bailout is intrinsically hyperinflationary. The only reason that anybody in their right mind would even think of supporting this bill is because they're scared. And we need a Gideons Army to pull through the reform. And some of you are biblical scholars, you know what I'm talking about. You have to take all the people who are cowards, who will not step up to the plate, as they say, on this issue. They say, okay, dear coward, we're taking over. We're leading. Now the danger here, of course, is that you're going to have a French Revolution problem, as I said, inside the United States. You now have, and some of these idiots, and even my friends out there, who say, please be cautious, let this bill go through, so they won't shoot us. That's what they're saying. They're saying that behind the Bush administration, there are people who would actually use U.S. troops to shoot down people who want to propose this bill. That's there right now. That is reality. And that's what some of these questions are reflecting. There are people in high places, including some very high-ranking people in terms of their background, who agree totally with what I say about this stuff, but they won't fight because they say, we'll be shot. We don't want to go into a death camp. Well, if we go into a death camp because we do this, the world will never forgive those who do it.
They are the New World Order, and they are engineering this in their own words. They have been preparing for martial law, for economic martial law. They have been gearing up. They have been quietly paying off local politicians. This, ladies and gentlemen, is happening. See, financial terrorism. And then these bastards sit up there and tell you they're your savior and give them unlimited power. A lot of you denied they carried out 9/11. You couldn't deal with that. You couldn't face it. They'll kill 3,000 of us and they'll steal $1 trillion too. They'll burn it down in front of you just to scare you. Now, if they pass this and they get these economic powers, they're going to pump things up for a few months, maybe even 6 months, and then they are going to completely enslave everybody. In fact, they don't even care right now. They're going for broke. They're not even hiding it. They'll probably pass it and have a depression 2 weeks later, and then they'll say it isn't a depression. They'll go back to saying everything's great while everybody's rioting and starving in the streets.
The mood in the American people, having gone through fake wars, they've had their children sent out into fake wars, like Iraq. It was a fake war. We don't need to go there. No need to get into that war. Then they got into it, they made a mess of it, even what they started. No need. Look at the suffering of people who went in service, come back from that war, not with death, but injuries, but they can't get help. They're condemned to horrible conditions. And in every neighborhood in the United States, there's someone in that category. It radiates. Don't you see the hatred you're building up against Washington in the people of the United States? And this bill is one bill too many.